What's up, y'all? This is Super Barber Sammy with another BAM video. Hey, check this out. I want to talk about, I wasn't going to say the name of but I just got to do it. Supercuts. Oh my gosh. You literally, like, there can't be two supers in the same city. Super Barber, Supercuts, Super Barber, Supercuts. No more. We're going to call you from now on Villain Cuts. That's right, I said it, Villain Cuts. Because, yo, you cut somebody here and you just totally chop them and you think that's okay. It's not okay. For us real barbers, we see that and we like, oh my gosh, please God, help these stylists, barbers, whatever is at this place of business. Please send them back to school, send them back to class. This lady came in. I'm gonna show you in a few minutes, but oh my gosh, she was almost in tears. She said, my son don't want to go out with me because look what happened to him. I took him, thought I was doing a good thing by giving him a haircut, and this is what happened. It just had me tripping because I was like, no, like, why? Why didn't you just come here first? Why? Was it because it was cheaper or what? I didn't even charge her, and simply because I felt like I would be doing the barber community a disservice. She just paid for a haircut. I think she learned her lesson by never taking her kid to Supercuts ever again. I'm sorry, I mean Villain Cuts. So, let's get into the video. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Let's go!
Yeah, you heard me in the intro. This was one of the worst haircuts I've seen by Supercuts. You see, I'm just highlighting spots. Fade. The fade is terrible. The hairline, look at the hairline. They brought his hairline on the right side all the way back. On the left side, they brought it back. What am I to do? And the fade, you can't really see it. But I mean, I'm sure you could see the way it's grainy, different spots. And it was just really, really, look at this. Like, they tore him up. The reason that I decided to make a video about this was simple because most times when it comes to barbering or barbershops, one of the things that we pride ourselves on is making sure our clients look very well or look so good when they walk out the barbershop. So sometimes we get confused when we see people with bad haircuts. Like, I really think, like, what was you thinking that you was able to let this young man walk out, this young king walk out the barbershop with his hair looking the way it did? I was like so furious. I was like so upset. And that's why I said in my intro, like, I had to not charge her. She was almost in tears. That's the mom sitting over there in the background. But it was just really, 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 really bad. I mean, like, so I decided to like start blending. And I didn't know where it was going to end up, but I knew I was going to do a much better job, even if it had to come to cutting it all off, which I wasn't going to do. But I've given several haircuts over the years, which is like a high ball fade, or I was going to resort to a south side. There's so many different haircuts that I could have done. I mean, it wasn't so many. I was limited based off of what they did, but he only had a small choice versus what he had when he first walked in the shop at Supercuts. He had a full head of hair. They didn't have to bring it up that high. I don't know what they was thinking. And even on the top, you could see where right where I'm cutting, I'm trying to blend in, because right around his cowlick, right around in his crown, right around his cowlick, they left a huge spot. And it took me a few minutes. I mean, this haircut didn't take too long. It took maybe about 20 minutes to fix, 20-30 minutes or something like that. But I really wanted to pay attention on how to fix him up and make sure that he was fixed up in the right way, versus him just being jacked up and leaving and being upset, being upset at his mom. And moms, please, let me tell you something. Do your homework. Do your homework. The same way you want your hair done, please, do your homework. You're not just going to walk in a salon just hoping that they can do a good job. You're going to probably read the reviews. You're going to make sure you probably have been referred there or whatever have you. So I'm telling all moms from this point forward, like, Google is one of the number one. I mean, just make a phone call, but look on Google reviews. See if the barbershop have some reviews. Check out the reviews before you make a decision. Select your barber before you make the choice to say, I'm gonna bring your son. Make sure the barbershop is clean. Make sure the barber is clean. Make sure there's a whole bunch of different things that go into getting a haircut. Find out, call. Hey, I know a lot of clients that I have cut and they end up becoming my regular clients. I've had clients call the shop and they say, hey, do you have an Instagram? And I tell them my Instagram, Super Barber Sampson. And the reason for that is because I want them to see my work. It is so easy to gain access to a barber's Instagram. You just ask them for their name. And check this out. If a barber does not want to give you their Instagram or don't have an Instagram, then they either probably just started cutting hair, or they're so bad that they don't want to post their pictures, right? So I know plenty of barbers who even are excited about their pictures, but they can't cut that well, but they are excited because they're a new barber and they still post their pictures. But at that point, you can make a choice whether you want that barber to cut your hair or not. So it's so important. And as you see here, I had to take it down. And he still has that issue with his cowlick because they went up too high. And I got to bring that down. I got to fade it in. And, so, back to I'm not going to get too much on the mothers, because this is a whole nother subject that I could really talk about, where I see so many moms bring their sons in a haircut. They have no clue because they don't get haircuts, right? But they just know how it should look. And I'm so happy this mom didn't decide to say, well, you look just fine. Let's go. You're going to go out whether you want to or not. She saw the mistakes. She saw the total disrespect that they showed towards her son. Like, it was just disrespectful. Like, if you see on the right side over by his hairline, I mean, like, I tried to get a close-up, a real good close-up, but they totally took his hairline back. Like, they went into his hairline, took the side back, they just straight butchered him. And so, this is what separates regular barbers from and I'm not talking about just regular barbers. Let me cut that. Let me just say, this is what separates bad barbers from good barbers, right? Even barbers that are pretty much somewhat decent should have been able to get away with a okay haircut. And so right now I have to do some hairline repair. There was really not too much that I really wanted to do. I didn't really want to do too much because he's a kid. And as you can see, I literally just threw some topic on him. And I told her, hey, check this out. You're gonna have to let some of this grow back. You see, I threw the hook parts, made a little design, did some repair work. It was just that simple for me to do. Alright? This is your boy Super Barber Sampson. Like, subscribe, hit that bell button.
Let's go!